whole stand if they have to wing to the river.
Well, that was his concern, right? The different heights?
We are live.
Okay.
Thank you. Welcome to the Corporation of the Township of Bonnechere Valley Committee meeting. I call this meeting to order on Tuesday, June 16th, 2026 in the council chambers and via Zoom conferencing. First question, are there any additions for the agenda?
I would like to add a closed session, please.
Okay, yes, we just activate our closed session. That's good. Do I need a permission for that? No, we'll just add it. Can
Well,
we,
you're going to, because you're gonna ask for confirmation of the.
can we now confirm the agenda? I need a mover. That'll be Merv. And all in favor. Moving right along. Is there any pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? Seeing none, moving along. Item 4, I would like to motion, or are there any corrections or additions to the minutes before we approve them? The minutes from the meeting of June 2. Seeing none, have a mover with that approval?
I'll miss them.
Jennifer, all in favor? We have no delegations this morning, I believe. This afternoon, excuse me. So we'll move right on to the report, starting with Kevin McGrath.
One.
You have some shiny new equipment.
Yes, it's.
Looks good.
It's,
Were you worried?
it's not all there yet, but it's coming. There's still a couple pieces missing, but, no, it's coming together nice. Yeah.
That's great.
So, yeah, no, it's, they're away now for a little bit. They'll be back hopefully mid-July and then hopefully out with the other piece, or they're waiting for the denser yet, so it's in transit or from, I do not know.
Well, at least it's June and not August.
That is right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so that's the arena is the compressor room is the biggest action down there right now. A few, like, we have rentals, but nothing status quo. Eagles Nest, Hall rentals, we have 8 of them this month, so it's not big rentals, but like, birthday parties and that.
Oh, we should also thank Enbridge for the sponsorship of the board, the arena.
The tourist information booth, grass maintenance, or I should say the washrooms, or we painted the doors. Tourist booth, I gave you the hours for the summer full-time when they start. And Joe Trustee Park.
You know that's gonna be fixed for the minutes.
Music in the Park starts Friday night, June 26th. And that windstorm went through, we lost a tree, so anyways.
It's amazing you only lost one.
Yes, for sure, but we put the flags up on the around town and at the museum. Legion Field, grass cutting, soccer and ball.
Were you able to meet with Megan?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
yes, I met with her and talked
Megan.
to her.
From Killaloo Wood Products, they're donating $4,000 in trees. But I didn't think that it was a good idea for council to decide where in Legion Field they should go. I think they have to be strategic for Kevin and his staff to mow and do all of your maintenance and still be able to enjoy the park.
Yeah, I was talking to her, we're kind of leaning towards the later in the fall for planting.
For the
It's
plant,
for-
okay.
So I know I've reached out to her. She gave me a list of what they were doing in Arm prior, so I'm kind of going off that, so it's a good guideline for us to look at.
And the nice thing is that Lacey Rose, our county forester, actually helped with what they did in Urn Prior around the trail.
Okay.
So she, whatever she says to do will be perfect. So
No,
I think that's all very good advice and nice to have something in the fall to, yeah,
And it's
That's
good,
great.
like most, Megan's great to work with and good guidance, what we need to put in, so.
that's fantastic. Yay.
Um,
Can we go back just up to music in the park?
yes,
Who's running in that this year and volunteers wise and whatnot?
we are, like the.
The township's doing
Yes,
it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's the students that are working that evening, Wednesday and Friday nights at the Tourism Lake Youth will be, and we'll help, like, for the setup and that.
Okay. If you need any extra helpers, let me know.
She's donating her
No,
children.
they need some, I know the kids need, volunteer hours and whatnot, so
Yeah.
I think that's a good,
And we have a list of
Opportunity.
performances, all of which are filled except July 31. So really good, a really
That's
good
great.
roster.
Why didn't you play that night, John?
do you play?
Think about
Maybe we can get some
You
step
play?
it.
dancers.
Couple of them.
Yeah, actually, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Kevin, also in Legion Field, I know it's only been open for 15 days, but how's the canteen going?
It's operating okay. I was
Okay.
expecting better, but it's operating okay. Wasn't quite the response I was kind of hoping.
Okay, well, let's wait until we get into the summer. Let me retract that question.
Yeah.
It's only been open 15 days.
Yeah.
But okay is good.
Yeah, okay.
It's not
yeah.
bad.
It's,
Yeah.
like, we have signs out, as they come into the soccer field and the baseball diamond, letting them know, and, it's up, like, it's,
I'll re-ask that question in a month.
okay.
Okay.
We could give small paper bags of salty popcorn away for free. I'm okay.
That everybody needs water.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah.
You're ruthless.
Yeah.
For the village, banner boxes on the bridge this week, we got them up. We'll be putting the Canada flags up on the bridge for Canada Day, end of the month kind of deal. Horticulture, you see they planted, Welcome Eagle Hill, all the planters around town, thank you to them for doing all that.
They're a fantastic group.
No, we need definitely their support. Flymount, just maintenance up there, laid clear, we putting the boys out, end of the month kind of deal. Hopefully we'll get a nice day for that. And that's pretty much the end of my report. Any questions from council?
Just a further question on Music in the Park. I'm looking on the website and I don't see sort of a schedule. Where is it? Where do people find out who's playing?
It was attached to our package.
Yeah, but how do people in general?
Oh, see, for this. general-
Facebook and the newsletter usually, and the newsletter's on our website, yeah.
Okay. It's not super easy to see.
Probably under the enclosure.
It's not on this, it's not on the calendar. That I can see, maybe it is. I don't want to misspeak.
Could we post the list on the website as a page under events rather than looking
Yeah.
at it in the newsletter? Let's do that.
what about posting it at Turn Speed?
Yeah,
We have it there?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And like around town,
I'm guessing the digital sign as well.
Oh, yeah,
When it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
It's always on the Google side.
just for staff to be putting in the effort and you want to make sure people are.
Yeah.
Getting out. Cool. Your grandpa yet?
No,
Any
not yet.
minute.
And that's right, right, anytime.
All right, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
that thorough report.
Well, thanks for the photos.
Oh, well,
I love getting the photos.
She does.
Mr.
She really
Chair,
likes the photos.
may I let council know, and Kevin as well, because I just got the email, but the charger at the arena.
Oh.
Online,
Nice.
Yay.
as of 1:20, no. 1:27 today, sorry, 11:54 today.
Are they both superchargers or?
No,
No,
That
okay,
one, the one at the arena is not.
that's good, because not all cars can use a supercharger, so that's good.
Did you see Kevin's face when Annette said, "Oh, Kevin, hang on"?
Yeah.
He was like, "Was she in labor now?"
Call for the labor room, okay. Moving right along, Sandra Barr.
But Kevin, you will let us know when you become a grandfather.
we will.
Okay.
So the June 11th budget report is in your package along with the balance sheet as of May 31st, 2026. So just wanted to point out a couple just quick highlights. So on the balance sheet, you may notice on the first page, taxes receivable are up about $157,000.
Yes.
And over on page 3, from the same period as last year, as of the end of May. Water and sewer receivables are up over $33,000 as well. And then, if you go to the budget report, just a couple quick highlights for areas I'm watching at this moment. So on page 2, interest in the bank account is down slightly. Over on page 3, our environmental garbage, the loads out to the snowdrifters is also slightly low for this time of year. Page 5, the repairs and maintenance on the fire trucks is also quite high already for this time of year. Some of them are
You just touched on two of the ones I was gonna ask you
well,
about.
well on their way.
Taxes receivable and repairs on.
Yeah.
What do you
Um,
think the taxes receivable being up is about?
I think people can't afford to pay their taxes.
They can't afford, oh, I thought you meant they were up, the opposite, got it.
Yeah,
Like
no,
down,
up as in people are not
okay,
paying them. They're on the.
Their fail to pay is increasing.
Yeah.
they're, yeah, so
And
our receivables are down.
our receivables are up.
Maybe it's a left-handed thing, I think the things, Tom Adamczyk tells me that,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, okay.
Okay,
Now it makes
so-
more sense to me.
But I will let council know that in speaking to my colleagues, and if you're speaking to yours, this is a sign of the times, unfortunately. People are paying for food, fuel, I guess not heat now, but their budgets are stressed beyond anything we've seen, I think, probably in our lifetime, and it is the same, not that it's a good thing, but it is the same, it seems, in every township.
Yes.
So we're not unique. That's
We
important.
are not, and you must,
Yeah,
when
no,
you're speaking to your colleague
Yes.
Sandra, and
Yes.
you guys must,
yes,
it's
yes.
it's
It's
heartbreaking.
just it.
So our tax collection dates, is there one in August?
Yes,
And then,
October will be the last one.
okay,
Okay.
well, really all we can do is watch.
Yep,
Well, and then again, you work with our residents to do what you can do and what they can do.
Yeah.
To mitigate their increase in penalties and interest, and we thank you for that, but it's a really, really, really tough one.
it is. And then on page 8, so admin building maintenance, so we've had a few issues in our building this year, so we lost the furnace in the winter. And we lost our air conditioner a couple weeks ago, so that line item is definitely going over budget.
But I just fixed the drawer in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At no cost.
I
just-
invoice.
No, one of the new drawers was like this, so, but I fixed it. So now you've got savings in repairs and maintenance.
That and
So-
$2 will get you a cup of coffee.
That's right.
Yes, so I believe the little project that we had planned for our building, we're gonna postpone that till next year, since
I thought we'd already decided that because of the furnace.
probably.
Yeah.
It's,
So sad.
it's horrible to say, but you need a furnace more than you need an air conditioner.
True,
Okay,
it's true.
it's under control. Our staff will deal with it.
Yes. And then the last little, just on page 10, the rural streetlights. They're likely, they're gonna be over budget as well.
So we budgeted 30,000 for those, correct?
No rural streetlights.
Oh, the rural, I'm
The ones up
sorry.
in Sebastopol,
Sorry, yeah,
so we budgeted 2,500 and we're at almost 2,300.
my apologies, different line item.
There was just, there were repairs up there. Hadn't been done in a while, I guess, so it hadn't been. Something. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, and did anybody have any other questions or,
You preempted mine.
okay. Process the first fire payroll of the year. For our 19 volunteer firefighters. And have the entries into our new software for the 2025 capital adjustments.
I shouldn't have said that. You did bring up the fire truck repair line item, but what is that?
Hmm.
Sorry.
Do we know what happened?
Oh, it's just, there was just repairs and maintenance on all the vehicles.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
SUV,
Okay, because they all seem to be a lot.
yes,
Was it like
For-
standard maintenance type thing or actual repairs that were, we don't know?
Well, some of it would be normal stuff,
Yeah,
winter into summer, so changing over tires, oil changes, that sort of thing. But it seemed like everything needed something.
They're getting old.
Yeah.
So that's a discussion. Yeah. they're getting-
Yeah, like the two SUVs are definitely getting old.
Well, they were old when we bought them from the
Yes.
paramedics.
Yes.
They're not getting younger.
No, no,
No,
They're not healing themselves.
no, much like the Tahoe.
Yes, yeah.
Anything more, Cassandra? Well, thanks again for bringing truth to power. That's what you have to do.
I would just say one thing, like, I think it's something to always consider when we're buying. Sometimes like you're saving your $1,000 or $5,000 by buying something that's used, but it's costing you a lot more money down the road and. Whether it's takes more fuel or more repairs and all the different things that it takes to. So I think that's something to be considered, that sometimes people out in the public think that you're being more lavish when you're buying something newer and that we should be more frugal, but you have to balance those things out.
But I will say each of those SUVs, which was they were each $2,500. And they've been here now for a decade and they've needed very, very, very little in maintenance, which is great. I know that the steering went on the one that Daryl drives. But they've been pretty good since we bought them used and for the money we paid for them. But I get it, and warranty is fantastic. I wish I
Yeah.
had it now in my own car.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, Annette Gilchrist, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I did make it out to the Association of Ontario Road Sweepers, the trade show in Petawawa, which was I think a big success. It
amazing.
was great to be there to sort of help them out with registration and actively working on the John Street tender. We were really hoping that it was going to go out this week, but anyways, that's the way it goes. So next week, we have the ad ready. We're working with the leader, so we had to pull it for this week, but hopefully be out next week and we can get that out and get those back and get that job. So
Working with the leader and warning the leader that their road's being torn up.
yes, that as well. That as well. Yeah,
There you go.
And will they
Yeah.
bag out water and wastewater?
yeah, yeah. So the electric vehicles all had the devices installed, so they're now ready for the ride share app, but the ride share app is not ready. We're having a meeting on Tuesday, so hopefully on Tuesday we'll go through the testing mode and be able to get that up and running, because you can drive the vehicles now, but if you lock it by mistake, getting it out, you're done. You're towing it now. It no longer works until the app is ready. So everything, the whole car is gonna be controlled by the phone now, not by the key fob. So it's,
This is.
I did not,
I'm laughing because it's so sad.
it is sad.
So
yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
could I have to go to county tomorrow. Could I take our electric vehicle to county? And Annette said, you could, but, and I know I'll lock it because
Yeah.
it's muscle memory.
Yeah.
When I get out of a vehicle, I lock it.
Then
I'm
it's
like
staying-
Daryl
then
that
it's
leaves
staying
his
there.
keys in the ignition.
And it's staying there. So Whitewater did come and get their car today. I don't think Norfolk One has been here yet, but I did explain to them, like, drive that from here back to your office, plug it in. Be careful, because if you lock it, like it's not going anywhere now until the app is ready and we can unlock it with the phone.
So if you have stuff in the car, take it with you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like a
so,
computer or whatever,
yeah,
Yeah,
because
so again, 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, we're meeting, hopefully maybe by Tuesday afternoon. The cars will be available for rent, but no, I can't promise that.
I just feel bad for the Echo Center.
Yes, I know we were
'Cause they've
doing
been using
so
it.
well,
I
and then
know.
they moved to the app but the app is not quite ready, so.
What app is it?
Yeah, it's our own app. It's through Rent Centric, who does the communal car and different ones like that. So they sold me on their app because when we had the meeting with them, they came up with all kinds of things that could happen that I had never thought of. So I was like, oh, you are hired because you know all of these things that could go wrong and you've already put them in your system. So,
And that's part of the grant.
that's
To
part of the
set
grant,
up the-
yes, that's all part of the grant. So we have a name and we have some colors, basically based off of our logo. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, can I say the name before we release the app?
No.
No, don't do it.
Keep it
Hold on,
private.
once we release the app. It's a cool name. I will tell you later separately.
Why is it a secret?
I don't know.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I think with the media
Does
here.
it have to be a secret?
I don't think it has. to
If
be.
Annette has any qualms, I'm going with her.
Well,
Well, I don't really have any qualms, like it's done, it's ready to go, I just changed the colors, cause the colors were, not our colors, they were like a brownie yellow.
Yeah, so
And a different color, more of a foresty green and a gray, and I said, no, like our colors are more of a teal and a bright yellow, so let's change it to, let's
Okay,
change
well,
it
that's what we named it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Valley Go.
good.
Like
That's
it.
good.
Nice.
I like it.
Valley Go is what it's gonna be called, and so it's
And
Valley.
that's
Go.
for all three of us.
All three of us,
Okay, yeah.
come rent your vehicle through Valley Go and you can go tour across the valley, so.
I love it.
Trademark that name so that we can sell it to the other municipalities. when we
Yeah,
get there.
yeah. So, yeah, so maybe on Tuesday I'll
No.
just have a picture of it,
You
yeah,
know what?
yeah,
All joking aside, so our transportation plan of the county and trying to figure out rural transit. And what we said was give North Algonah, Whitewater and BV 6 months, let's see how it goes. And then maybe roll it out in other places. So all joking aside, other
Do it.
people, right?
Because right now there's a 14-year-old on a computer somewhere already looking to own that name. That's how it works in this world.
You're right.
yeah, but now it's ours.
But it makes the most
Sure.
sense if each township also has it and then it's interchangeable. and you can-
Exactly.
Yeah,
But if it's gonna be Valley Go.
Yeah, it
right,
should all
but
be.
yeah,
Valley Go. So, yeah, so that hopefully will be ready to go by next week. I gave them till the end of the month, so it might not be till June 30th, but.
and you told Gila.
Yes, I did, yes, I
Okay.
did, so, yeah, cause I don't think it's fair to send someone off with a car that may quit working on them. That doesn't seem good, that doesn't seem to be good for future partners.
I didn't enjoy it.
No, I didn't. So, and now, as you just heard, as of today, the other charger that's at the arena is now ready to go, so people can go ahead and use that. Union negotiations are commencing tomorrow. And Sandra had already reported that we went to the AMCTO conference in Deerhurst, which was really great. I had the opportunity to be sworn in as vice president, which was my honor to do so, and learned all kinds of things. Elections obviously were a big part of the discussion this year, but also just kind of the political environment and, economic environment and all of those types of things. And, one of the main things that they said was if you have requests of the federal and provincial government, that now is the time to make those requests, because by 2027, 28, they're gonna start to move towards election mode, and they're not really gonna care about what we want. So right now is the time.
And congratulations, Annette.
Yes, congratulations.
Way to go.
Our insurance
And if
renewal,
possible, cabinet shuffle before AMA.
yes, that's quite possible.
Federally and provincially.
Great.
So our insurance renewal, so Sandra and I met with Chris Bevan, our broker, to review the report just prior to this meeting. And so our increase is 2.2%, which I think is great with the property values and everything going up over 4 and the new purchases that we have and all of that kind of thing. So happy to have that.
He does a great job for us.
He does he is the best broker, I swear, in the province. I don't think you could find anyone better, to be honest. So that was great. And then, oh yes, so then on June 2nd, I did report verbally about the fire agreement with the Douglas Fire Department, which was reviewed at Admaston Bromley's Protective Services Committee. And they had sent the agreement back to staff for further discussion. So I did speak with their CAO and fire chief, because they were both also at the AOR's trade show on June 4th. And we were working on a time to meet to review it so we could bring something forward, but there was a lot going on that day. So we weren't able to set a meeting that day, but I did hear back from Jennifer and Billy this morning. So we are going to meet next week to sort of go over, operationally, and then be able to sort of give that information back and go from there for negotiations.
So I'd like to include political in the meeting. So I think the way that it happened last time, where none of their council kind of knew what was kind of happening and none of us knew what was happening, and then it went to them. And then there was questions and like, I think we have a very short runway to make this happen. And just to try and get everyone on the same page, to have that conversation where like political staff, fire chiefs, everyone has the ability to ask those questions, and then when it's at the council table for a decision, there are people that have, you know, the background and knowledge in it. So I think in order to make it happen in the short time frame that we have left, because, you know, this came up in March, we were asking about this, so let's just try and get all the heads together and move this together and then make it so. But I think we obviously can't have full council or be a
Yeah.
meeting, but if we had two representatives, I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so Admiral Brumman has a council meeting on Thursday. So if we can get two members from council who are willing to participate today, then they can have two members appointed on Thursday. And then next week, if not everybody's available, my recommendation is that the staff go ahead and meet, because we have time to meet, so we should at least meet to sort of go over operationally what our thoughts are, like, you know, the terms of the agreement, how long do we want to go, the money we want to spend, those types of things, fine. But at least if we can make sure that both fire chiefs are on the same page, operations, then we sort of know what staff's recommendation is, so that then when we set up a meeting with the two members of council, both sides of council, we can say operationally, this is what the fire chiefs are thinking, and we can have a fulsome discussion on dollars, terms,
Yeah.
and then bring it back to council for.
And also, just to be fair, like their council was looking and deciding on something that we hadn't seen yet also. So this will just make it sort of a level playing field, I think.
Well, it went to the protective services, so John, you're the chair of our emergency. So would you be willing to attend the meeting with Meredith and staff?
What day next week?
Well, you'll have to figure that out.
So I'm just gonna say,
And
I
I think
would.
staff should meet first because I think we're gonna get into an operational discussion. So I think staff should meet first next, like, and there could be two meetings next week. But I think staff should meet first next week to go through the operational and then break, because they won't even have their people appointed until Thursday.
okay.
I'm only.
Oh, I thought you meant this Thursday.
This
They meet,
Thursday,
they
That's what
meet
they
this
might choose
Thursday.
they meet on
Okay.
Thursday to choose, and so I already have Billy and Jennifer and Daryl set up for next week. So if we go ahead next week, like on, I can't remember the date, but let's say it's Tuesday morning, then at least we've got that, and then
Why are we not just all meet, like, I don't understand the meeting first part.
because then we're gonna get into operational first. If everybody's available, but if we're not all available, I think staff should still get that out of the way.
I think
Yeah.
whoever's available should meet. We shouldn't stop it waiting,
Yes,
but I
that's-
think
yeah.
like everyone should be invited to that first meeting and whoever can attend.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be on vacation as of the Thursday for 2 weeks, so if there's an opportunity, I'd like to help
Well,
move this forward.
This is John's committee, so.
So FYI, Thursday and Friday next week, I'm completely free.
It's not a committee.
Tuesday and Wednesday, not really at all. Although it could be late on Wednesday, but
Okay.
so Wednesday after 1 and Thursday, Friday, anytime.
Okay, so once they have if they agree, once they have their appointments on Thursday, then we'll send out the meeting date and see who's available.
Okay.
And if it's Tuesday, then it's Tuesday, and if their council can't come and we can only have one member of council, then.
And you say refer to Billy, he's the mayor?
Fire
Fire
chief,
The fire chief,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
So we need to take
Michael
a map.
Donohue's the mayor.
yeah,
So many buildings.
Yeah. okay, so that
Okay.
makes sense. So
We're
we'll go
gonna-
ahead with the meeting next week, whatever date it is. And we'll invite, once we know who the people are.
Yes, I just think like one of the things that sort of slowed it down and didn't, when there was a deal that people came together, like, cause I think staff already did meet and were very comfortable with what they brought. But that wasn't accepted by council. So I think the important part going forward is getting the council buy-in. So that when it does now, and the next offer goes in, that there has already been that chance to speak with staff and really understand what's coming and make sure that it checks the boxes that it needs to check for them, but also for us, because we haven't seen any of it.
Mhm.
This went to their Protective Services Committee. How many sit on that? Or is it committee? of
It went
the
to
whole?
their council.
It went to their protective services.
Oh,
I
sorry.
don't know if it's all of the council, I don't know. I don't know who else sits on that committee.
So we're in the same quagmire as we were the last time,
What's that?
where it goes to Protective Services and then it's gotta go to council, but it was rejected by Protective Services.
But I read in the leader that it went to council.
It went-
And that, cause the mayor spoke and, right?
And the mayor may have been at protective services. I only know it went to protective services,
I think it went to council. And then it went into closed in council.
not that I'm aware of, but possible.
Interesting, okay,
I'm pretty sure this was a
We'll do our
council,
best.
yeah,
but that's not accurate, yeah.
but if you guys are, okay, that would be great.
Yeah, and they just prepared the agreement identical to their one of NAW.
Right,
They just took their identical agreement that their council had already approved with NAW for first response. That was exactly the same as ours was in 2011 with a number and to see if it would pass committee. And then if it passed committee, then it would come to our committee and then it would be both councils, but it didn't pass their committee.
So that wasn't my understanding, but they'll be interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
I thought that it was lesser service in terms of like not responding to absolutely everything, but to more of the life threatening things. And not wires down and other things, so,
oh,
that's what I understood.
Which may be what their agreement says with NAW. I
Could
don't
be.
know.
It could
I don't
be.
know.
I would be very concerned about the confusion of the CAC center with that,
I think that the fire chiefs both agreed that this is what
really.
they thought would work.
So the fire chiefs, like it was identical to their agreement with NAW. Whatever their agreement is with Norfolk and Wilberforce, it was identical, just a different number. But protective services didn't, that's where all the changes started to get made. And that's where I was like, okay, well then we need to make sure we're clear operationally before we even get into.
I will just say this, I'm reading my information in the Eganville Leader, so it would be good to actually have heard this from our fire chief. And that's why I'm looking forward to having this meeting where we actually get the real information,
Mm.
because in the Leader, it did say other different things, so.
Yeah, I don't see that working like just from an operational CAC center perspective.
Mhm.
Now they have to delineate whether something should or should not be called out. This goes right back to it should be closest call goes no matter what.
Only the warden.
Yeah.
Fire is not a county thing.
It should be, that's my point, though. It should be, and that's how you get closest call.
It-
Okay,
If I
We'll-
could get it passed.
I'll take part in the meeting
Yeah,
with
so
you. That's good. And you'll give me a little heads up on
You and me.
what I need to know.
unless it's Tuesday and you're not available. So, cause I'll have to confirm once they appoint whoever they appoint on Thursday,
Okay.
so,
I'd be available whenever.
okay, yeah, so
I-
anyway, I'll reach out once we
Yeah.
know who,
But this is an issue that I've been on since I first ran in 2014, and the reason I ran for council in 2014
Fire.
was because they canceled this. So like, it's very important to me that in the short period of time that we have left, that we get this done. So let's just do what we can.
yeah. Oh, for sure. So energy reporting, so we do have an energy report that's due, July the 1st. So working on that as well for all of our facilities and things. That's all I have. The community development reports, you can see lots going on for Canada Day.
Show the hats and the frisbee.
Mm.
Oh,
This is
The
really,
stick-
this is really on our 25th celebrations, but
true.
oh, we'll skip down and go back. So,
But
yeah,
the stickers don't belong on the lip of
I
that.
know, they're just there.
Yeah.
So these will be, the frisbees and the stickers obviously are free. And we'll be giving them out, on Canada Day and, we'll make property owners. All of those different things, and then the hats are for sale.
So I took three
If you don't
frisbees.
have these.
We don't have.
No. I took three
I'm 25
frisbees
years old.
up to the event in Floymount and I handed them out to the young lads. And sure enough, they were out on the road playing frisbee. So, yay, I think it's a great giveaway for Canada Day.
Be cool to leave some at the dog park
Oh, actually, that's not a bad idea.
with photo ops, of course.
My dogs would look at me and go, okay.
Chew toy.
Swim program, so we've got 90 registrations, so that's great. So, and there's a Celebrate Swim Day scheduled for this weekend at Rotary Beach, just getting people who haven't had a chance to register, paying or doing swim assessments to make sure you're in the right class. Aquafit, again, going to be offered again this year on Friday, so hopefully better attendance. This is sort of our second year doing it, so hopefully we got enough.
I'll be there.
Enough out there.
Jen's coming too.
Excellent.
John, yep, where?
Music in the park, so yeah, so it's pretty much all filled up, like John said, except for Friday, July 31st. The 25th celebrations, hot frisbees and stickers.
Can I just make a suggestion on the music in the park?
Mhm.
I'm just looking at the schedule. I see there's some people who have graciously agreed to do several times. Maybe there's a lot of talented youth here who play music, maybe having a youth night, open mic, or invite a few specific people and then have an open mic.
Open mic might be fun.
Yeah.
That could be a good July 31st time.
Yeah.
Option, beginning of the long weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I can ask ladies maybe. They're
Sure,
the
that'd be
children,
great.
they're
Yeah.
multi-talented and
They
might be
usually
involved
play.
in camp though. I'm not sure.
Bless you.
The camp is earlier. It's the
Is it middle of July?
38th. July, beginning of July.
I can reach out to Sherry's boys as well. My nephews played here before.
Mhm.
Everybody seemed to really enjoy them, so I can reach out to them.
Bless you.
But they're booked a lot, so.
But it's good to have,
Yeah.
there's a lot of talent in Everton. There's lots of kids here.
Mhm.
I got bitten by something.
Oh, no. Do
Sorry, guys.
you want a break?
I'm bleeding.
Yeah.
Go take
It's
a break.
okay.
Is there a tissue?
Yeah, I'm done.
No, she
Oh.
did, forgot. You want me to go get the first aid kit?
No, I'm okay.
So we've got the Amazing Race.
Yes.
So, that's back again, so working on some poster and promo material. The Lake Clear, so we did get buy-in from Opeongo Mountain Resort, so Rachel and I went up to meet with them. And so they have their ice cream stand that will be open, they're gonna donate some prizes to us, possibly like a cottage for a week or a weekend or
Mm.
something. So
Nice.
big project, so they have their beach that goes around with the buoys. So, we think we can have like some kayak races, some swim races, maybe some paddleboard races around there, and then have the boat decorations sort of come through. We can get some judges for those, and that might be for the big prize, but there'll be smaller prizes. They're gonna donate some swag, we're going to have some swag and just kind of make an afternoon of it.
I was just gonna make a comment. I think I've said this once before, but maybe not at the council table. Or maybe I was being frozen. Sorry, Jen, just took a drink. Like I think I suggested regatta, but I'm not sure that people around here really know what a regatta is. So like we might just want to call it like swim and like swim races, family swim day or races,
Yeah,
boat and or kayak
Yeah.
and canoe and
Yeah,
but I think maybe more on the nose so people know that it's more accessible and open to everybody to come out and do.
okay.
like I think that's a
Yeah.
great placeholder name, but I
Yeah.
agree. That's something more in line with what
Yeah, yeah,
exactly you
okay.
just said. Canoe races, paddle boards,
Yeah,
swim.
so paddle and play.
Like we
day or-
call it
Yeah,
family
yeah.
beach day with
Yeah, yeah.
like races
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
okay.
the things,
We'll-
right?
We'll work on that then.
And then in
Um,
terms of like decorating a boat, do people need to own a boat in order to decorate it? Cause those are the people that probably don't need a cottage for free.
Yeah, probably, yeah, yeah, but they could donate it. 'Cause they
Person who has a boat.
they could-
I would love a cottage, but yeah.
They could donate it, so, yeah, I think it'll be a good,
But thank you for doing all of that and
Yeah.
getting the buy-in. I think that'll be great. It's good to try new things.
yeah, no, for sure, it was a good idea for come up with, so we will, yeah, so I was waiting to hear back from them, but if they don't get back to us by Canada Day, we'll reach back out. And get some more details from them on specifically what but we were out there, we kind of looked at the site and I think it'll be a good day. And then, of course, they're providing all the parking and all that stuff, so. I
It's
think it'll be a
fantastic.
good,
I love
afternoon.
partnerships with
Yeah.
businesses.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'd make a further recommendation just to like sign up, maybe don't make it mandatory, but encourage people to
Yeah,
sign up
yeah.
and like, are their kids what ages? So what races
Yeah.
that you're gonna have and you'll have different age races for like,
Yeah, that's exact. that's
because
exactly-
sometimes you
yeah.
think, oh, I'll go, but if you didn't sign up and
Yeah.
you're having a nice day, you don't do, but when you put your name in for something, then you feel compelled to go.
Yeah, that's exactly how,
Yeah,
how we'll
good.
have it, once we get it all ready to go with advertising, so, yeah. So obviously
EACDG.
EACDG, obviously
So we're
they've got
almost
their
out of
number
duck
eight.
tickets. It's very
Yeah.
exciting. Paul and I sold, I think 20, we got rained out at our night market.
Mhm.
Well, threat of rain.
Yeah.
They told us kind of, you should probably pack up now. And they were right. But I think so we sold 37
Yeah.
at Foodland. Thank you to Foodland for letting us sell
Despite
there.
all the chit chat
So
all morning.
we did too. We had a lot of visitors from all over the place.
Was
The
therapy
one-
sessions?
But
Come for the duck, stay for the gossip.
That's right.
that's right,
Or more.
that's right. We had a lovely couple from just outside of Cobden that hung out with us for a while. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Discovereganville.ca. Could you ask Rachel please to look into that? The site is not up. And I thought it was. I knew that they were having trouble updating it, but it's not even,
I saw
There-
the post on that.
so just.
Okay.
If we could look into that.
Sure.
Mm.
Who manages
you.
that site now?
What's
Who
that?
manages it now? Anyone?
Well, it
Was he?
was, yes, but. I think there was something to do with passwords and stuff, but I think that we can reclaim it. Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, just, I guess it's confusing when you're driving in, you're like, oh, discovereganville.ca, but the site's down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good too when it was up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just so you know, like as of 15 minutes ago, my phone did go off and I did take a quick glance at it because it was Kevin and I thought maybe there was
Oh.
some news.
Oh,
But the news is, good news travels fast and there's already a car plugged in at our arena.
Yay.
That's
that's amazing.
So it came online at noon and there's a car plugged in at 2.
I like seeing the lineup of cars here.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
Text him back and say the council will only want to hear from him if they have something important to say.
Oh, and did I tell you this? So basically, the car and the chargers cost us $6,000 for 3 years for a total of 18, right?
Okay.
The amount that staff and elected have used it so far
Mhm.
has saved us and that's in just since it's been operational, has saved us $3,000 in mileage.
Wow, that's so
When you
good.
think about it,
Yeah.
right? 72 cents a kilometer. You guys have been to Kingston twice.
Yeah.
It's been to the county, I don't know how many times with
We only
roads.
pay 66 cents, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. I put us all at 72 cents and I'm estimating. But it's only been operational for
Yeah.
a couple of months.
Yeah.
Or since March or whatever,
Yeah.
but we've already paid ourselves back half of that just in the mileage.
Brilliant,
I think that's amazing.
brilliant.
I was doing the hard math on my way to county one day. Yeah,
I know.
But we don't want staff to become so addicted to the vehicle that the ordinary folks don't get a chance to drive it.
no, the rule is the good rental folks and the folks at the Echo Center, then staff, then elected.
But if
That's
it's
the
saving
package.
us that much money, like at some point you might get a second or third car because, you know.
Maybe a
people-
hybrid.
Maybe we should.
But
buy
this
one.
is, you know, when we look at rural
We should, right.
transportation,
Anyway,
this is the
I
way to
just,
go.
I just
Yeah.
thought that was a very interesting,
Mhm.
It's
That's
a
true.
great take on it,
right?
yes.
Because I'm driving it, I'm thinking, well, I obviously am not charging mileage, but if I was charging mileage, And then I was thinking about Sandra and Annette going to Kingston.
Or renting a car as well.
Yeah,
Right, we would rent a car to go to Roma or to any of the other
well, it's not
conferences.
going to Toronto.
No, but to Amo.
Take us 3 days.
I was thinking for AMO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Use it for
yeah.
that.
Except what does that do?
no, you
that-
can't stay overnight though with it,
No,
can
no.
you?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, when you drive into the Weston, that whole row now is car chargers.
I thought that it couldn't be out overnight though.
It may be not be able to, I don't know.
Okay.
No, if you're going for the day for a conference, I'm going,
I don't know if you
Yeah.
can leave it at the Westin on those chargers for the, but you might. be
Oh,
able to
you
leave-
can, yeah, but I'm just saying, I thought we weren't loading it out for more than during the day. But maybe that,
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
for external, yes, you're correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, and again, if it was rented or was needed by the Echo Center, we're last on the list.
right,
I'm not asking like, I'm going to AMO, I'm not staying overnight, right? So in terms of saving mileage for the township,
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
it's available, use that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there again, so
Yeah,
your
point.
mileage,
Yes.
right, so you're driving 240
On 2
kilometers.
days, I'll probably go, I'm not staying overnight, so
Mhm.
So you're driving 480 kilometers at 72 cents a kilometer.
exactly.
Yeah, so it's probably better for you to take it.
Than
Yeah,
us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you not wanna share a room?
I'm staying one night, just not the whole.
but I'm just, yeah, so I thought that math really maths.
Yeah, so the newsletter so Rachel's working on that, and we will have a little blurb that connects to the website for some educational stuff for temporary rentals. We do have Driftscape working on the park tours, so all the different parks in Boulder Valley, the business listings. So we are meeting next week to kind of go over those, and also the heritage tour and things like that. So lots of interesting stuff. I hope lots of people use it once it gets up and going.
Yeah,
I'd like to make a suggestion, especially when it comes to having lots of different apps and things.
Mhm.
You know, people have so many on their phones these days, and like you're less likely to want to if you could have a landing page where it's like Bon Valley Township or whatnot, and then you'd have Driftscape would be one tab.
The
The
dashboard?
EV would be, yeah, like a dashboard, but you can have an app that's a landing page where it has all the different ones within it.
Mhm.
Then people will see like all the things that are available,
well, we're still in the midst of doing our website, correct?
Yes,
but it's an app.
So what,
yeah, so
I know, but-
we would have a page with both apps.
but I'm just wondering if this is the time to do it,
Mhm.
because we have to be AOT
Yes.
compliant. And we're getting the chatbot, so would this be the time
Yeah,
to do that upgrade?
it won't be hard to have another page with just the two apps on it. That's not I don't think that's
Then that's a great suggestion, let's do that. What do you mean? What are you talking about, all the apps?
Exactly. But when I was at the school
But yeah.
board, we had a similar thing where we have like a whole bunch, but if you have one sort of like
What I-
BBT,
with- Yeah,
and then you open it up and then all the different things are within it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Really got a bit of.
Exactly. And then you're like, oh, I have to delete something.
That's right.
So the community improvement plan, so we have one that picked it up.
Yeah.
And that's all we have so far.
Papa Ron's looks fantastic.
That's Papa Ron's we're talking about?
No, this is Village Variety.
Okay.
Yeah, Papa Ron's did come to council, got approved, and we sent it up to county to see if they would approve their 50% of that.
Oh, we haven't heard back about hype.
No, we haven't
Okay.
heard yet, so.
It really does look good though.
Yeah.
So grant applications, obviously we have lots that are in the go that are already approved with John Street and with the arena and the EV charging. We've got one for spraying weeds, and we've got one for or two, I think, for the summer students. But we also submitted for the Agri Spirit Fund, which, they definitely help out with different things, especially if they're doing energy efficiency. That seemed to be one of the things in their guideline this year, so I figure it doesn't hurt to ask and see if they can help out with I think we're 30% on that project, so if we can get, that down to 15% on that project, then that's great. The accessible beach mat, we haven't heard back from that yet. And the drone show, so Sandra and I both were at AMCTO, we were supposed to have fireworks in Deerhurst, but there was a fire ban on, so they brought in a drone show. And
And
it was amazing, it was was it not, Sandra? It was really cool.
Mhm.
So, they had all kinds of stuff there. So here are some of the images that, that were sort of put out. So it's funny because when you look at the hockey one that's on here, I don't think there's a baseball one on here, but there was one, where we were, and it was like, the ball came over and the catcher came up and he caught the ball. So it was little things like that that were kind of neat. So, yeah, so these are some of the things that, and yeah, they can spell out the words, and things like that. So, and there might even be a fisher, like when they see fishing, like I'm wondering if the water will be moving and if they'll pull out a fish. So it is pretty cool. So, and of course, fireworks, but fireworks.
But
is
not.
its own. Yeah,
Are these the images that are going to be in our show?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
these are the ones that, that we approved for our show.
When did that get, I just wanted to make a suggestion, because I think when we went from having Grattan, Sebastopol, the different townships to, and the different wards to all one, people felt like we might be losing that history piece.
Mhm.
It might be fun instead of having like CNL's logo or.
Oh, no, CNL's logo.
no.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
they paid for
Yes.
it, forget
Yes.
that. But, you know, it just might be like a nice historical thing to have some of the old names of like Grattan and Sebastopol and
Eganville.
South Algoma, because if we have, if we have Eganville there, that's one village in a township with a lot of other places that people feel home to, so.
Good point.
I like that. So I misread, when I first read this, I thought we were supposed to choose four.
Oh.
And I'm like, how are we choosing four? And then I'm like, oh no. Then Rachel put at the end, then there are four more.
Right,
So if they're able to do those, then
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
When it says Eganville, if we could do Eganville, Sebastopol, because there's obviously space.
yeah,
Instead of adding any
Yeah.
of the ones that aren't bolded.
Yeah.
I was very upset though. I'm like, what do you mean we could only have four? How do we choose?
especially a chainsaw.
I know.
Although my husband would love that.
Okay, so we'll do Sebastopol, Grattan, and
South
South
Algoma.
Algoma.
With Eganville.
Yeah, because Eganville's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, they'll have to come up one at a time.
Yeah.
It would be
Instead of
super
adding
cool
the-
if you could do those and then it all goes into Bonshire Valley, but you
Oh,
know,
yeah, I don't
I don't know how they.
Yeah,
I
now
think-
we're directing the show.
Well,
That's
look,
only enough for the one word, so, yeah.
Annette wants things to
Right.
move. You want like.
yeah, like take it and then it all
You
becomes
know there are
Bonshire Valley,
1,000
and then
towns.
Bonshire Valley becomes Renfrew County, then it becomes Canada.
Yeah, but we could put it in that order of words.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm. It would be neat, you're right, if they could all come, but I don't think, because I
Yeah.
don't think we get more than one word at a time.
got it.
I'm really
Unless
excited.
they were
about this.
tinier words.
But even if it went from one to the next, to the
Yeah.
next, to the next, right,
Yeah.
it turns into the next, and then it turns
Yeah.
into.
I'm just wondering how quick the formations change. You
No,
know?
very slow.
Yeah.
Someone take a video of it
Yeah.
for me?
They were very
Yes, we
slow.
will get a video of it.
Yeah, no, they were, would you not say they were slow changing from one to the next? Like, not like super slow, like not so you're like, what are they doing? But like,
Right,
it just wasn't,
Do you know if it was the same company?
I don't know that. I can
Yeah.
ask, but I don't know that.
Well, we want to thank Ben at Capital Drone.
Yeah.
No,
and
Yes.
Eric at CNL.
yeah, and see.
Thank you, CNL. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
I forgot that they were like, why do we
It
have
was really-
CNL's logo?
It was
Oh,
really
wait.
nice, actually, just so you guys know, this is kind of off topic, but anyway, I was at the Garrison for a luncheon and the new president of CNL was there and I got to thank him
Nice.
for their contribution and he might actually come. So,
Cool.
yeah, well, I think, you know, they're new in our county and they really want to participate, and I think this is a great example of how they are participating. So, yeah, it's really nice, but it was lovely to be able to thank him in person.
Give him a ball cap too. If he comes.
And then.
Will do.
And then Erica's report, you can see the zoning. I know we have a meeting coming up at the July meeting. I think it's a road allowance closure, but don't quote me on that.
Can I just say one other thing about this? Sorry, not to be too pedantic, but like, if this is the order, I think like 25 should come after Bonshire Valley and 159 should come after Canada, otherwise it might be like Cause you have them 25 and then 159 in a row, it might be,
Yeah.
make more sense to have them like. Canada, 159, then have Poncha Valley, 25.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. For sure.
Onward, sorry.
No, not at all, that's good. Yeah, so that's what we've got that one road flow, oh yeah, see, there, it's got on public meeting July 14th, it was for the road closure. We've got, a few licenses going on, lotteries and marriages and transient traders. And then emergency management, so working towards, Grayson Spence did get his, BEM course in Ottawa, so that's great. That leads towards our compliance, and hopefully we'll have an emergency management exercise, because we have to have one within the year. It'll be nice to have it in September. With the members that are currently on that, committee,
Sorry, which committee is that?
the emergency management committee.
Is that made up of council or is that a separate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's council, and then it's also, department heads. So, yeah,
Would you not wanna have it when the new council has been?
We have to do it every year.
we have to do
Yeah,
it before
so-
the end of the year, so it's a pretty tight timeline. The new council gets sworn in November. There's a whole bunch of training that has to be done with water and codes of conduct and all that kind of stuff. So then
Mhm.
also do an emergency exercise at that point in time. It's kind of nice to have it done. And they're gonna have to do it the following year anyway, and
Mhm.
every year after.
Tony Fleming's not giving us any of his time.
So,
Anything else, Annette?
no, that's everything for me, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much for that good report.
Mhm.
Uh, do we need 5 minutes before we go into?
If you don't mind, because I was so
Before the
busy.
Okay.
Yes,
I was bitten by something, I don't know what.
give her some octopus. Let's go.
Is there a doctor in the house?
We're back on.
Thank you. Welcome back. Moving into correspondence A. Are there any items in correspondence A that require our attention at this time?
Just if anybody has any questions about county council summary, EOR and EOWC. County construction, I can answer any of those questions.
I don't have any questions, but maybe if you just want to highlight some of the things that you think are exciting or interest of in particular interest to Bonch Valley.
I did that last month during my, or at the beginning of the month with my mayor's report, but 5/12, I will just say that there are a couple of things that need to be fixed to finish off that construction. I know I've had a lot of confusion and comments about the speed signs. Unfortunately, the speed signs have to stay up until the line painters come. So that will be done once all of the construction's finished. County council kind of says it all. EORN, we are moving very, very, very fast this year. Rogers has done an exceptional job. I know that in September around the OEMC conference, maybe one around the AMO conference and one around the OEMC conference. There'll be several more, and we'll be doing a big thing with Rogers. The Eastern Ontario Wardens Caucus, again, our Queen's Park Day was a great success. That's where the picture of Eric came from. I'm calling it the $5,000 photo.
Yeah.
Very successful presenting, the idea of retaining the 1.76% HST, which in my opinion is a no-brainer. We also, we talked about what our worries, our concerns are in the eastern region as sort of sometimes the forgotten people, and for Renfrew County, I always joke that we're the only county that has to drive south to go to Northern Ontario. So there are some things there that I think that the province really needs to step up. It was nice though, Yak was talking about, the premier was talking about St. Francis Memorial and some of the work that's being done there, which is welcome and needed.
Yeah.
But he was talking about Yak and pointed out the county of Renfrew as being the largest geographic county. So that was kind of nice. But it was great meeting with PA Dave Smith and going in with the ask about the 1.76, and his first reaction was no. And by the time we left the room and he had heard Annette present it at pre-budget consultations, and at the end of it, he said, I'm gonna look into this. So that was very exciting.
That's the power of being vice president.
Mhm.
Her new election.
Oh, I know, yeah, and she wasn't even VP then.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, it was nice, and to be able to speak on something that I know everybody at this table is very passionate about. And again, jumping off the idea of AMO's local share idea, increasing the 1% HST, which the Liberal government was never going to do. And then the Conservatives got in and they were never going to do it. And I think that front facing, the general public never sees the fact that we retain all the HST except for that 1.76. So just give it to us. And we had lots of stats, as you can see, about what that means to Eastern Ontario. And when we talk about just granular at our table, that even last year you'd be talking about 1.5% on the levy.
At least, yeah.
Give or take. I didn't want to overstate. Trying to keep it, but call it 1.5%. In our budget, that means a heck of a lot of money. And, presenting it much like the local share where it would be used for infrastructure projects. So would that mean that we would do another portion of road, another piece of sidewalk, a culvert or whatever? Because just across Eastern Ontario, the budget deficit for our infrastructure is ridiculous. I'm not going to start throwing out numbers because they've changed, but It's bad. And when when you think that our, we're still in our, what, 2013, 2014 in our asset management plan, that's more than a decade behind.
We're a decade behind.
Yeah. And we're not alone.
Wow.
We're not unique at all. So I just think that this is one of those areas, again, where our general public, they're not paying the extra 1%. They're not gonna see it. It's all behind the scenes. I think it's just such a brilliant and great idea. And to bring it to the government was fantastic. And I will say, during that Queen's Park Day, and I totally forgot about this when I presented the mayor's report, our CAO, the staff, that were there with us from the Warden's group, met with the premier staff, and the premier staff thought it was a great idea. So we'll see where that goes.
Can I just say
yeah.
something on that? I've been thinking about this actually quite a bit for some reason. And I think it really is a very smart way of ensuring that municipalities can have those funds to do that kind of work that needs to be done. What I think is difficult with it is that it's very technical and in the weeds, and it's not easy for the regular Joe public to understand. So there's no ribbon cutting, there's no great announcement. So it needs to be framed. It needs to be, and I think that's what you were talking about, like making that, saying like, this is money that to go into a municipal improvement or whatever it is. But I think we've been talking about it very much in this way that like, you have to really sit and listen for about 5 minutes to understand fully what this is. And like, that's as people who are technical. So like for politicians, particularly provincial politicians, that's not the kind of money that they want to be giving out. They want to be giving out money as much as it makes sense. So like, if you can get them to make sense and then frame it in a way that appeals and is
we did.
Sexy,
Yeah.
then that's where you start to get the buy-in.
Well, and it would be, much like the ads that are running right now, you know, we took away the license, sticker fee.
Yeah.
We did this, we haven't raised taxes. Well, this would be framed as we are giving the municipalities back this much money per year, right? And when you're talking about, say, $12 million or $22 million just in our Eastern Ontario, like that's a heck of a lot of money to be putting into our infrastructure.
Mhm.
And again, not affecting, and it's a win for the province because it isn't raising taxes. If this is their mantra,
Yeah,
that they've never raised taxes, they're not raising them now. They're just letting us keep it. And that's the sexy part of it.
yeah.
It was really exciting though to be, I presented, I think, 3 times that day. And by the end, I was like so amped up.
But also it's an enticement to people who actually invest and spend money on these things that you're getting back money, like a tax on money that you're spending.
That's
It's not
right.
right. So it's, if you're putting the money into your community, you'll get more back out of it.
That is
And
correct.
that's what I think is the other part that's really, you know, an enticement. So it could be like the municipal or just the enticement fund or something, like
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
gives a little flavor of, it's not just for everybody across the board, you're all getting, you know, 1% in
Well,
general.
When Annette and I first went down this very deep rabbit hole, very, very, very 10 hours in a car back and forth to Toronto rabbit hole. We did speak to the Minister of Finance, Peter Bethlenfalvy. And one of the things that he said was, oh, it's very convoluted because it's harmonized.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as we dig into it more, no, we get all the federal
Yeah,
HST back. This is only the provincial side. So what does that look like for the province? So, yeah, but we put in a few man hours on this. And that's presented on it, I presented on it I even presented on it to Eorn, because what would that have meant as a government organization, right? With the Rogers project.
I have a question on the Eorn,
Go
now
for
that
it.
we're going through it. So I have to bring up. Sorry if this is really obvious to other people, but I don't know the difference between uplift build schedule and co-location build schedule.
That's okay. So an uplift is when they take a tower like the one at the top of the hill, they take the thing down, they put a new one up. Okay, on an existing tower. Co-location is where, say, Bell or TELUS or somebody has a tower and we put the Rogers infrastructure on that tower.
Okay, so it's adding
They run the
capacity.
spot from
Yeah.
the other tower.
Right, so we have three. We've got new towers, we've got uplift, which is just another word for upgrade, and then we've got co-location.
Okay,
I,
it would be cool to see a map. And to see where, I'm sure you've asked for it a million times, but to see where the gap still exists and where, and what has been filled in.
I will get you a map, probably, our last meeting in September.
Okay,
Unfortunately, that there is still some duty to consult, and there is also, there are property purchases still going on, and so that there is some amount of privacy needed for those
Mhm.
areas. And they didn't give me a map of what's already built. They just tell us and then we know where it's going.
my husband will be happy to know his hunt camp is about to get some service.
On Chewy, right?
Duluth Creek.
Yeah.
Okay, just one last thing on correspondence. Item 10 was of interest because this is the second year in a row we've received this annual report. So I guess it's something we're gonna get from now on.
Okay, but did you realize that that did not include us?
We're not in the Upper Waterford Valley.
Well, no, of course we're not.
Well, we are technically because
Yeah.
now Killaloe is, but that report didn't have Bonashir Valley in it.
Our stats were missing.
No, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you look at the very beginning, it lays out who's part of that detachment.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, maybe next year.
So which detachment are we in?
we're in Killaloe, but Killaloe is now part of UOV.
Administrative.
But that report was only the actual UOV municipalities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along. Correspondence B. There may be some items there warranting the
Oh,
closed
yeah.
discussion. So,
The only thing I was just gonna add when looking at the OPP one is I think like a congratulations to the new detachment commander who's a local.
She is amazing.
Yeah, so she's from Douglas, our neighbor.
Yep.
And she's now the new detachment commander for the Upper Ottawa Valley OPP.
So I sent her an email regarding
Dara.
the issue.
Sarah Dare. I was like, I'm gonna say that wrong, but it's right.
Dara.
Yeah,
So I sent her the email about the issue we were having on Monday. She emailed back right away. I had a subsequent concern about some shenanigans going on in our parks. Send her an email, she emailed back right away. She is very communicative and very easy to deal with. It's fantastic.
very good. Okay. Give me one item you'd like to. discuss.
Number 2,
We'll go right there.
Madam CAO. Do you see any reason for us not to support this resolution about vacant commercial storefront?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, we've all got them. So,
We really do.
yeah,
Some for longer than others.
some longer than others.
Okay,
absolutely
can we
different.
please do this resolution for our next meeting? Thank you. Is everybody okay with that
Yeah.
story?
100%.
It was a one-woman show there, I'm
No.
sorry.
We're all.
I would just like to understand it more, like I kind of read through it, and I'm not sure what it does.
So right now, we are not allowed to levy more on the because of the. It would be assessed as more if it was a going concern, correct?
Yeah, there's different tax classes for commercial and vacant commercial,
Right.
vacant industrial and,
So
it's-
this would allow us to tax the vacant commercial storefronts as if they had a business going.
So it's to entice people to sell their vacant spaces.
Or
to
do
sell-
something
do
with them.
something with them.
Rather than leave them sit for 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we are not allowed to, and I think when I saw this come back up, I thought, you know, it's funny, this has not come up, I don't think, for the last 2 years,
Mhm.
so. Let's get it back on the docket.
Agreed.
It'd be interesting also to see like who, maybe at AMO even is having conversations about this, because it's one thing to do a resolution, but if you really want something done, to have those conversations.
But it's funny, you know, we know we do these resolutions, we send them around, we send them to the government, they go on a shelf. Some of them make it, some of them don't, some of them die on the vine. But every time a resolution like this comes up, when we get to, it doesn't matter what conference or the Warden's Caucus or even at EORN, because there are a lot of politicals at EORN. Every meeting we go to, that all of a sudden we're like, yes, this is a problem. Do you have a delegation? Do you have a delegation? Do you want to ask a question at the Bear Pit? So I think that by resurrecting some of
Mhm.
these, they do get more airtime.
Mhm. We have a big problem with the storefronts, but it's gotten better over the years, but it's still, I know, and I know people in the community feel sad to see, you know,
Yeah.
that this could be so much more of a vibrant town if we had those businesses functioning.
It's been so long, that's the pain point, is that
Mhm.
it's so many years, it's not just 1 or 2 years we're talking here.
But I
think it
wonder
hurts our
if,
tourism. you know.
to your point, if we were taxing them as though they
Yeah.
were a going concern,
Maybe we'd move it along
right?
and.
Or sell them.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's what I
speak out
said.
of turn, but I think there's things you can do to the facade of those buildings to make it look not so terrible.
And I think some of our amazing volunteers have
Yeah.
tried. I
It's-
really do. They have,
They have tried 100%.
They have,
and
yeah.
it's-
After what we just said about the OPP report, should we discuss or support the resolution for the OPP detachment board, or is that something for us?
if they're not bringing back speed cameras, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go with this, John.
Yeah. Well, they can't bring them back themselves. It has to come from
Yes,
or a
but,
cabinet.
but, you know, there was
Okay,
I know that McNabb Rayside was just going through their traffic calming, they had a public meeting. And, you know, one person just said, just put speed bumps everywhere.
No.
You just can't do that.
Especially in the
It's not
winter.
reasonable, number one, for our plows and
Mhm.
but. I think that. Speed cameras are a great way to slow people down. I know they slowed me down, didn't they, Annette, for my $235 ticket? I just think they weren't a cash grab. I got a ticket. I will never speed in that area ever again.
In that area.
She didn't say anywhere
You know
else.
where I was, right? You know where I was.
No, oh,
I was right by your parents' place.
oh, okay.
On the Bayview or on the Mount Pleasant.
Yeah,
extension.
that's a trap.
Right, thank you.
anyway, I don't disagree. I think they're. The benefits outweigh the downside, so,
Agreed.
but we won't take action.
Or
on this
there's
at this
just
time.
good old fashioned hockey nets, you know? As I do my street, I drag out the hockey nets, so people couldn't speed.
But
That-
no, the other thing is just even those, how fast you're going, slow down things.
I agree.
Those work tremendously, and I think they work better, frankly, in my opinion, because as much as like it always hurts people in your wallet and you're not likely to do it again, we're seeing from the taxes, like people can't even pay their taxes, let alone these other
Tickets.
And don't
tickets.
speed.
I know, but you know what? Gas and insurance and all of the things right now, like one more thing would just kind of, it piles on. So I think if we have those, how fast you're going in places where it's actually an issue,
So do we?
that actually makes a difference.
Do we want to do this resolution asking for funds from the province for more? Because we only own one.
That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
like
But
that
That's
would
the
be-
issue, right? If we don't have enough of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should, if they're
And I
gonna,
mean, Jason and his crew move it
Yeah,
around.
but if we had more.
But I agree, like when I'm driving Letts Cemetery and
yeah, it
right?
slows you
I-
down.
Yeah, I'm very
And
cognizant.
Horseshoe is terrible. around Stephanie's, the daycare.
Yep, fourth sheet's terrible, 512 from that Sandro turn to the village,
That's me.
Gristmill, Grattan.
Anything that's nearly paved. Put it that way.
But,
The
but
Blackwell
honestly,
Speedway,
how much
yes.
do those things cost?
A lot. Though, I don't know how
Oh,
much
no.
the ones like on Lansar.
Like the smaller ones?
Yeah,
Yeah, like the bigger ones are between 5 and 10, but the smaller ones are probably, maybe they're, I mean, I'm looking at old pricing, they could be between 3 and 5.
I mean,
so
To
even
get-
an investment of two.
yeah,
The only nice thing about ours is they can move around.
I think if every municipality you have one or two you can move around and have a few others that are permanent
permanent.
in areas that are persistent, like the hill coming down from that cemetery. There's one at the end, but by the library. You know, there's
That's
coming into town from the
All-
different areas. I
all
think if you had
tributaries.
them, yeah,
School
I think
zones, right?
Yeah.
All the school zones.
that's what you need.
Well, that's where we were gonna put our automatic speed enforcement,
Without
right?
hurting people in their wallet that's already hurting.
Exactly.
But each time there's a car in a ditch or an accident, we have to pay fire, ambulance, other services that have to respond. Even if they're not used, it's expensive, both ends of the equation. We need to stop people from speeding, so how?
Yeah,
Yeah, but then I think like a permanent thing that reminds you every time you're there as opposed to getting a ticket one time. Might, I mean, that's just conjecture. I don't have the data for that, but it'd be interesting to look in and I just know my reaction to it and I see others.
so we don't wanna do this resolution.
No, but maybe a
But
resolution
maybe a
that,
resolution in this vein, but asking for funds or for a grant opportunity even.
Yeah.
Funds
Okay.
for deterrence to speeding,
Yeah,
yeah, like,
and the community could come up with their own idea.
yeah, like flashing, watch your speed signs and all those other things.
Okay, moving along, Dental Day, are we expected to put it on our board? Not particular, this is for our information, I think.
did you read the report?
It's pretty big.
There were only 219 people across Canada that used the thing for the day. Across Canada. I went back, I was like,
Yeah, I don't think
is
so.
that nationally? I didn't think it was, okay,
Anyway, moving along again.
yeah.
Interesting letter, again, for our information, a gentleman wrote about the consequences of the BMO closing.
Yeah.
But that's for information only at this time.
I thought it read more like a letter to the editor. Or could be,
That's okay too.
yeah.
But we-
Oh, I did the Highway 17. There is a public meeting in McNabb Braeside on Thursday. Open to the public from 4 till 7 at the Marie Yantha Center. Just the MTO already presented to county council, but it's really mostly for the municipalities that are along the corridor, but I see 17 as being important countywide. It does, you know, if it's twinned, it's going to get people to 60 and across to the park, so if you're interested, I can send you the deets.
Thursday evening, 7 p.m. thereabouts,
4 to 7.
4 to 7.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been late.
Oh, you know what? The elected you might have to go from 2 till 4. I will find out for you. I'll send out an email.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think the public go from 4 till 7.
Do you want us to, if you send it out, with me, we can share it on Facebook if people wanna go.
I sure will.
Okay, and number 9 was that was our friend Lacey
Lacey Rose.
presenting a wonderful plan for to county council,
Yeah.
and we're,
Oh, and I got a picture of my tree.
that's neat.
You should see my tree is thriving. It's like this big now.
I mean, you're not talking about your Christmas tree at the tourist bed.
No, the tree I planted on the
Okay.
Beachburg tract.
That's
It
great.
was only like this big when I planted it.
You must be watering it regularly. Good for you.
Yes, I go and check on it weekly.
I think that's it for correspondence B.
It is.
Okay, nothing in correspondence C today. So moving to new and unfinished business. 8.1, Tracy, do you have something to tell us about the library?
Yeah, so everyone has the library report in the package, it
Thanks for
gets
setting
posted, as always, wonderful board, we have so much fun every month and really an actionable group, so you can see the metrics here. Interesting, so circulation, overall usage, so internet, online usage is up over last year quite a bit, which kind of makes sense, more people are doing it, looking for their information online. They have I don't know if everyone knows this, but they have museum passes and
Oh, yeah.
parks
Yeah.
passes for
To sign up.
usage. To sign out, I don't know if everyone in the community knows that they have it, I'm sure they do, but just wanted to highlight that.
That's what he
It's a
said,
good
budget.
reminder,
And budget, remember I said, ooh, that's something that you should put in the press.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would take my kids to the museums in Ottawa. We did like a birthday parties where we got some of the passes. It's fantastic. That you can go to all these things for free with these passes.
yeah,
Just check them out.
it's a nice value add.
Yeah.
So think of, the library visits in May, 1,217.
I know.
That is amazing. That would be something you probably think over a 3-month time frame, not one.
Mhm.
It's 1,000 more than used the national dental thing.
I just want to point out.
The online, does that include like Libby? If, like, I use Libby, which is the online audiobooks and taking books out.
This was physical days in.
No,
not
but you
online.
had an online number. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
curious if that. I
Uh,
probably,
Oh, it probably does.
She just has internet usage databases, overdrive, Wi-Fi, public computers, online engagement, social media website. I would assume it does,
okay,
that which was with 3,498.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. What else I want to point out? So the Authors Festival is coming up. It's not on the calendar here because it's taking place July 2nd, 13th, 20th, and 27th at the Eagles Nest at 6:30. So that's on their website. You just want to, I'm sure we promote all of that, so. Yeah, that's about it for that update. Any questions?
That's great.
And games night is starting again, I hear.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We don't get out of there on time, that's for sure.
Mhm.
I can't imagine.
Awful.
Okay. And 8.2, I think also yours.
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh,
Who would like to speak to
The
8.2?
you
music
go
festival.
first.
Yeah, we probably both added it to the agenda, I'm guessing.
So we have co-sponsors, that's very good.
yes, Tracy and I co-sponsored.
Yeah, so
This number.
I've just been watching on Facebook.
I don't have to highlight, the
Not much.
neighbors, residents' concerns across 3 townships, I'm guessing. So the noise till 4 AM. The
Six.
strain, 6, okay, strain on emergency services, the traffic on 60. So this is kind of I summarized some of the complaints. The impact on nearby homes, cottages, camps, tourism businesses. Drug and alcohol concerns, especially Frontier Trails, they had a lot of issues, so. I don't know if in planning this, they accounted for how noise travels across the lake. I wasn't impacted on Golden Lake.
So
but-
this is something that already happened?
Yeah, it was held at Ravens Knoll.
Yeah,
Less
I
about
knew that, but I
Ravens
didn't know
Knoll.
when it was and.
So I guess, I'm not sure how long the planning took, so they met with
A year.
KHR.
They met with
I,
DLR, they met with KHR, and they finally landed in Knob.
yeah, so I mean,
They were rejected by the person.
I don't understand why a bylaw would ever be changed to 4 AM. It's a festival, and there's lots of interactive multimedia things you can do. You don't need to have music banging till 4 AM, but anyway, that's here nor there. I don't know if BV was ever consulted or at the table for this festival, so my ask is to have a recommendation, I guess, staff direction that any future festivals that we be brought in at the table in the beginning and not have this impact on our residents in the future, the way this impacted people. So
Okay,
I'll let you go carry on.
so I will, I've been very open and honest with the mayor of North Alberta Wilberforce. This ruined my weekend. I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
at least. I told the Eganville leader about 30, I'm gonna say it was upwards of 40 complaints. From all phone, text,
Did other,
email.
I had a lot of complaints. Did anybody else have complaints on this?
I saw the
No?
complaints, but I didn't get
Yeah.
personal ones. Yeah.
So
I get the other stuff.
when North Alberta was speaking with the organizers for the Nowhere Music Festival, They assured North Algonquin Council that they had done this elsewhere, their sound engineer would keep the sound in. They made all sorts of promises, and at that time, I had some concerns, but none to the point of what happened 2 weekends ago. I even had somebody phone about going to the feds because of seismic activity, because of the nature of the music.
Mhm.
In any case, I said, you know, that's completely out of my domain. If you want to go to the federal government, please do so.
What is seismic activity? Like the ground was
Yeah, the
moving?
ground was
Yeah.
moving.
Okay.
So, to say I was pissed off is really not, is understating it to a huge degree. I had no idea that it would cause this much disruption. And I did say to the mayor, if this happens again, and if I'm at this table and whoever's at this table, I believe will demand to be involved
We're on the
in
same page on that.
in consultation, and that's what I said to Jerry Fleury last week, and it's in the leader that had I known, we would have insisted, I know you guys well enough to say, we would have insisted that we were part of the conversation. They do plan on having it again, as far as I know. I'm not sure
That's what I
what
was gonna ask.
the new council, let's remember it's an election year. I don't know who will be elected in North Algona. I don't know who's running there. I don't know what the plan is. But what happened this year cannot happen again.
Yeah.
I don't think that they changed the bylaw, by the way. I think that it is a commercial campsite. And what I understand is,
Manaw had adjusted their bylaw to allow for the 4 AM, the extension of the
and apparently that was incorrect
reference to it.
and was corrected by a council member.
Recognize Ravens Knolls commercial tourist operation for the purpose of bylaw 2005-12. And referenced amending the licensing bylaw. I don't know, Gerald, wants, if he's allowed to comment on that.
Not really,
Maybe
but,
not, okay.
In any case, it didn't even just go till 4, it went till 6 in the morning. And the disruption it caused to, I'll just speak for Monastir Valley people, in that area. It cannot happen again.
It went till, what was it, Monday morning at 4 AM?
Yes.
On I don't understand in the planning of this,
I-
how this could happen.
I stopped getting complaints on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, same here,
So-
I'm on Golden Lake, so I had a lot of community members.
Oh,
in
I'm-
my community, Cottage Cup, they're very upset, like this, they posted this publicly, I'm not speaking out of turn. As an event marketing person, I don't understand how you can let music go on till 4 AM in a small community.
I agree.
Well, I'll just
I'm
say-
upset, but it as well, it just shouldn't happen.
Not at the decibel.
No,
I mean, I don't think we should say it shouldn't happen. It has to happen in a place where it's not gonna disrupt people. Because to say that it hurts tourism, actually, this does bring some
I
tourism,
guess
I'm
we'll have to
sure.
see their.
But there's
stats.
things like Coachella and other music festivals that are all-night festivals. We're just not used to that here. And it's not tenable to the people that live here. So if they want to do it, they have to find a place that's like where there's just not
Okay.
people around. And if they're gonna make promises that they're gonna be able to control sound,
That's the problem.
then they have to be true to their word, or else they shouldn't be allowed to come back. Like,
But Coachella is also strategically placed.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
talking
Yeah.
about it happening on Ravens Knoll or any other
Exactly, that's
campground in our
my point.
community, because the community is very tight when it comes to lakeside living and et cetera.
no, that's
That's
my
what I
point.
meant.
Not that it should never happen, but it
So
have
I
to be
was talking
very,
about the location.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
And it's, yeah, but the decibel, and unfortunately, because it's EDM, people not only heard it, but they could feel it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
not that I'm against it, I'm sorry, sir, you're not allowed to speak during your meeting. Like it was shaking people's.
No,
It's the
it's
time of
terrible
day,
for-
like we have the races going on in town, we have the powwow, which is, music all weekend long, but it ramps up at midnight.
Yeah.
It's the length of having it permitted to go from midnight till 4 AM. You know what I mean? That is the problem. Just, wear headphones with the immersive light show. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
I
there's
know the
sound
party planner.
bylaws, right? There are
Yeah.
sound bylaws, are there not?
Well, they do, but because it's a commercial campsite,
Yeah.
one of the counselors said that they are exempt from their noise bylaw.
Which allowed them to go till 4 AM. Right? So
I
the
just don't
problem-
know how someone can be exempt from a noise bylaw.
I didn't really understand it either.
Like, I think there's a problem with your bylaw if you can be exempt from it, so.
So I
Which is
just,
a future action for us that to getting back to the original is that we have a seat at the table and
Yeah.
we're involved in the
Yeah.
planning, because there's no boundary, another township boundary issue, right? There's no boundaries in sound and.
there's no dome over North.
Exactly, it's like we need to be there,
And so I would urge whoever sits at this table at the next
yeah.
council, if this is going to go on, that they be involved in the discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And I'm sure there'll be more residents in the galley at the meeting,
Huh.
once this gets
Mhm.
announced again, right? That will be more proactive,
I agree with
because it's a
you.
learning experience, what just happened.
Yeah,
But
Mhm.
it's okay to be in discussion, but who has got the authority to say shut her down?
Well, they were asking counselors to go do that.
and they did,
Well, Doug did, yeah.
council members did go.
When-
And
when? Oh, was it, okay. Doug was.
Did they have?
They
any
have bylaw
success?
officers?
yeah,
I think they were set up with emergency services on site.
they were,
Yeah, but, then again, it goes to strain against our emergency services in small towns too, right? And
Mhm.
them being wrapped up with this event.
and they did bring their own security as well, and they did have OPP presence but OPP presence and security aren't helping with the noise that went on until 4 AM.
I think if you have wind of it, if there's any sort of debrief package on the event, on the stats, metrics, all of that, I think they should provide that, but that's not our contract.
That's very interesting. So did it help our tourism or
Well,
did it
exactly,
not?
that's what we'll know by the numbers, the metrics of attendees, and I mean, looking at the traffic, to me, it wasn't that bad. Cause I traveled that route.
But
several
I
times a
also
day.
thought
I don't
that
know.
they didn't have in and out privileges.
Oh.
I thought once they were on site, they had to, I'm getting a nod, they had to stay on site.
I don't know,
Hmm,
several showed up
so-
at the sands, so I'm not sure.
Oh. Weird.
I
Okay,
don't know, but
anyway,
metrics, any event like that, there's gotta be some metrics.
I agree.
And performance metrics.
How long was the festival? Like, I
From
know
the-
it to.
Thursday until the Monday.
Monday and
Oh,
then
wow,
4
that's really
AM,
long.
Meredith, 4 AM Monday.
No, I understand
Yeah.
the 4 AM, but I didn't know how many days it ran till.
So.
But it was the,
They weren't tired by then?
I know, really.
Probably half our age.
Exactly.
oh, they would definitely have our age. I think the worst of it was the Friday
It's like death
into
metal.
the Sunday morning. That was the worst of the,
Yeah, it's amazing how it did travel though. We had people in the village who felt it. Did
Yeah.
you have any? Did your neighbor felt it?
our neighbors heard it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard it and felt it. Did
Yeah.
you?
We have an enormous pine plantation kind of around us.
I didn't.
You're
hear
not
it.
near there, are we?
The people in Silver Lake,
Oh,
yeah.
Augsburg had complaints.
Like, Murph, did you hear it? Were you?
No, I didn't hear it. All I know, I saw the signs on the highway when I went up and down a few
Yeah.
times. I don't know it's their weekend, but I didn't hear anything, of course, and I spent the time in the house.
Right,
what kind of music was it? Just,
EDM.
Techno.
yeah, that's the
beat
worst.
Kind of stuff.
Well, it's just, it's just like.
Country music.
It's not that catchy in the heart.
Like the pounding
I
music.
said
is
to
the-
somebody, yeah, it's not exactly Neil Diamond.
Exactly.
I just think it's a festival of many things, apparently, looking at the agenda.
Yeah.
So, like, did you really need to have the banging from 12 to 4, right?
But EDM to me just sounds like what, I know I'm old, everybody watching. EDM to me just sounds like one continuous song.
Trance music, like, yeah.
Does it make you think of the 80s, that kind
Somewhat,
of club music?
yeah, club
Kinda?
music, yeah. I was imagining like a lot of glow sticks and,
Cause I think there is a way of doing it by saying like, between this time, if you wanna stay up, it has to be like.
Headphones,
certain-
headphones with screens and the beat on the screens, right? The multicolored show. That's what I would, if you go to you go to the ROM or any of the museums, you wear
Yeah.
headsets. You can still have the same kind of experience.
Yeah, I'm sure lots of ways of making it work better for residents and bringing
I
people
would
here.
guarantee you if it's put down again, there'll be more rules.
Just there's so many people who are
Really?
upset by it and like you got a lot of complaints, so it impacts you, right? The amount of complaints that you're getting.
But I will say also, there was a lot of misinformation going around.
Yeah,
There was a post that, when it was done last year, there were naked people in Frontier
Yeah.
Trails. It wasn't done last year.
Yeah.
So,
you're talking seventies maybe?
Yeah,
The hill to kill, Lou, was
No,
it?
but you don't want people jumping on a bandwagon
Yeah.
also,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So.
I had to wade through what
Exactly.
was real and what was not.
And proposals on what they think the future looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But for those who are disrupted. It's,
And there were a lot.
yeah,
I guarantee you, for every phone call I got, 10 people didn't bother
oh, for sure.
or reach it. Sorry, not phone call, but
Yeah.
reach out. Yeah.
there's enough chatter online,
Mhm.
navigate through that. Anyway.
But again,
We
I was
didn't hear it,
pleased
of
that
course,
people
yeah.
actually reached out instead of going online and making it worse.
Well, both happened.
I think
Well,
it too,
yes.
for, the water factor. I know there was on crew safety and all of that, I know Frontier Trails, like they're really impacted by this. And
Oh, no
I'm
doubt.
right next door, right? And they have the youth camps and everything else, I don't know what they're currently operating at.
Do they still have horses?
I don't think so, no, but they're operating again, I don't know what their business model is now, but anyway.
Okay, thanks. Tracy and I both got to rant today.
That was a good double rant,
So I just. wanna
double
be
barreled.
Clear on the direction. So just sending a letter to mayor and council, at North Laguna asking that BV be involved in planning and consulting. Should the Nowhere Festival.
I think
Or
any
similar
festival,
musical
any kind of festival to that degree, I think, it's
Yeah.
not just Nowhere.
Noise, where noise would
Yeah.
travel.
And bylaws
And
amended. if
Any,
that's the
any
case.
event that's planned in North Laguna that could impact our
Yeah.
residents.
I think that's
Whether
fair.
Noise,
Yeah,
lights, whatever.
we'd like some consultation.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we'll have a very quiet Canada Day with the drones in the air. We're not even having fireworks. We want peace here.
Can be
Okay.
seen as downers.
So don't mail your letter until after the tractor pull.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's calm
That ends,
by
right?
Yeah.
comparison.
I'm sure that won't be any different really than the races.
I was gonna say the same.
Moving right along, our next meeting is already planned for August, and I'm gonna be,
July.
I'm sorry.
You jumped ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be chairman in July, that's fine.
Are you chairing? Oh, we agreed, right? You're doing
Yes.
July?
I'll do the July meeting and you'll do the August meeting. Is that okay? with you? Very good.
Fine.
July 14th?
Yeah.
July 14, that's correct. All right. And do we have anything from our media?
I don't believe so, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Then I'd like to use my power as chair to give you some good news about music. Native son Nathan Pulaski and his wife were celebrating Nathan's, they lived on One Ton Road, and they're celebrating his birthday in Mayo, Ireland, and in a tiny pub, and they're dancing, and the Prime Minister and his wife walked in and had a
That
little kid.
nice.
How lovely.
So that's a star for Eganville right
That's
there.
cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
All right.
So we do have a close.
Yes.
So maybe let's take a quick break.
Let's do
Any
that.
media questions before we do that?
Just
Or-
that.
He said no.
Oh, sorry, I missed that.
He can't hear because he
are back live.
Thank you and welcome. Welcome back. We are going to go back to correspondence B and spend a moment just giving an update on the council's actions regarding the closure or potential closure of the Bank of Montreal and Eganville. I'll hand that over to.
Maybe as well as address maybe some thoughts within this letter.
So we've got a meeting,
June 29th. So we had got correspondence from the FCAC. So that's the banking commissioners are there. It was from actually the deputy commissioner, which basically said, here's a couple of contacts with the Bank of Montreal vice presidents, but that doesn't mean a whole lot to me because I know how many banks have. But basically said these are a couple of contacts. So that was great having that feedback from them and those contacts from them so that we could have a meeting to sort of discuss you know, where we're at.
our asks.
Yeah, and I know that we are going to be past the date of closure, which is this Friday. When we meet on the 29th, but it's still worth a meeting to have those discussions. I think, you know, having it closed, if the building's not selling tomorrow, is there possibilities of, you know, the night deposit box remaining open, the bank machines remaining open until it closes? Are there options for the municipality to support the bank in other ways? I don't know. So still having conversations, still open to all of those. Glad to hear that they're open to them as well, even though we are sort of past the date. But I did also send an email out to probably everybody and their brother that I've talked to through this file, both federal government and not provincial governments, federal government contacts, and then all the BMO contacts that I have. I think I have like 7 or 8 at this point, to sort of say, we know the closure is this Friday. We know our meeting's on the 29th. Is there anything we can do between now and then? So it doesn't, you know, it's, the closure is happening. We haven't been able to sort of stall or make a change to that, from what I can tell from all the letters that we received back from BMO and the federal government and the provincial government, but that doesn't mean the conversation's over. So council is very supportive in continuing the conversation and to still see what is it that we can, what is it if there's anything that we can do. So again, you know, appreciating that, you know, letters coming forward and ideas coming forward. Just because the closure is happening doesn't mean the discussion and all of the things that are on the table that are in your letter and that are, you know, on the table for this council and this community are not over. So that would be my statement, and if I've missed something.
I'm gonna frame my comments very carefully. But in all the correspondence that we've received back, they all seem to feel that Bank of Montreal did the consultation that they were expected to do. I respectfully disagree. I think, you know, our residents have reached out and said, no. This day that they had was to train people on how to use telephone and internet banking. It was not consultation. At that point, the decision had already been made to close. There was no pre-consultation, and after that letter came out, there was no consultation at the ranch or at the Eagles Nest or at the Legion. So I am looking forward to the meeting on the 29th, but I'm kind of ticked off that they considered what they did proper consultation, because in my opinion, it was not.
I just want to raise something on this, and then just if I could speak to the letter that this was a bit piece of as well. I think that this letter raises some really relevant and important points. I think that we have done a fairly good job as a council in engaging citizens on this particular issue. When it came up, we held a meeting. It was extremely well attended. I've never seen a meeting as well attended at Eagles Nest in the winter. I don't know how many people came out, maybe 100.
But
But
very engaged.
and very engaged and a lot of conversation. And I think there was a second follow-up. There's been, I think even with that said, there is, and this letter points to that, there is some structural issues that make it challenging for people to engage with municipal, provincial, and federal governments, but municipal is the closest to the ground. And I think this would be a good letter for anyone who's considered running for council to read and to say, what can I do differently? What can I bring to the table and suggestions? Because as much as council meetings are structured in a certain way according to the Municipal Act, doesn't mean that we couldn't add maybe once a month a session where come and ask, bring an idea to council. And so that we just opened up an avenue for people to bring ideas, an open delegation slot. I think there's a lot of opportunity to ask people for their ideas and how we can make things more engaging. We don't have all the answers. So I appreciate the letter to spark that conversation. I also think we do deal with a lot of very administrative stuff that we have to keep. That's the job. We have to keep things moving forward. But it does sometimes miss those opportunities to sit back and just talk and have a conversation about what could we be doing to move forward, as the letter sort of talks about. I think there's only so much we can do in a world with all the technology and all the other things that are happening at a macro level, but at our micro level, there are things that we could do. But we can't even talk over email amongst ourselves without being in an illegal meeting. We can't even talk with 3 people in a room to sort of spar and get ideas going. So maybe on the, council agendas, there is an opportunity for big ideas, new thoughts, directional things to get people kind of excited and thinking and having an opportunity to bring those things forward, both for the councillors and for and for people in the community, because I think that there is a disconnect. The fact that I know that we actually do have people watch online, so we have fewer people in the gallery, but you're the counselor that asks a lot of questions. I'm like, yeah, because I feel like I'm here as a representative of people, and I feel that I'm asking questions on their behalf because they don't get to sit here and ask those questions. And so if they're taking the time to watch, I'm hoping to ask the questions that maybe is on their mind. And maybe I know the answer, but I'm just asking the question to have it said. So I think that this is a really good inspiration to get people thinking about, because we are in an election year, what are the things that we could be doing in it? And I think that the last sentence here of the letter that says, it falls to municipal governments to rebuild the robust communities with a strong and trusted human connections and meaningfully define human success. I will say one thing that I love about this community is I feel it is very connected. People are passionate and they come out to events. And so we have a strong basis, but there's always more that can be done.
And I feel that I'm highly engaged with our residents that want to be engaged. And I've had many people say, I was wondering about this, and I answer, and they're like, oh, thank you for letting me know, so I don't have to say it on camera, right? People do not want to come and ask a question and, why don't you guys do such and such to the beer store? The beer store is not on a Shire Valley. And simple things like that, where people have reached out with ideas, and I'm like, oh, and yeah, that's not even in our municipality. You would have to approach NAW for that. So I feel like we're a very highly engaged council when we're out in the public, especially. I mean, Tracy and we were holding court at Foodland when we were selling duck tickets.
I got told I look better in person than in the paper.
I don't know if
That's right.
Probably.
Yeah. So somebody came up to her, he was like, "You're very pretty." No, it was a woman. You're prettier than you are on camera. And I'm like,
Paper,
okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway.
whatever, I took it.
I don't think this is about that we're not currently doing things to engage people or that people aren't engaged, but I think that there is a level of malaise that we can think about how can we spark that interest in community? And, you know, there are times where it ebbs and flows. And when we do things like the Amazing Race or a family fun day, those kinds of things that don't necessarily happen every year. But even Canada Day, when we do these kinds of events, it builds up that spirit. And we do a lot of those things in the summer. I know that other, like, it can't all be on the municipality. The Legion, even just having the fish fry every Tuesday gets people out, and the card things. But I think some of those bigger ideas of how can we be more self-sufficient, use products that are closer to us, just I think that there is room to maybe have like an ideas conference, or there's all sorts of things that we, well, we haven't in the last year since I've been here, but I'm sure you have. Strategic
Yeah.
plan, yeah, when you're
No,
doing
we had
strategic plans.
ideas. We had consultant come and we had 3 meetings, I think, at the Eagles Nest.
Yeah, and strategic planning, you would do that, and we don't need to, like, it's not about being defensive of we're not doing things. I think we are doing things. I just think that this is a good reminder that there is an appetite to like continue to push and think about how are the ways and what are new ideas that maybe we haven't thought of that other people have, that we can, you know, deliver more, be more communicative, engage people. And like, I just appreciate that someone takes the time to sit down at their house and write this up and come here. And so thank you for saying something and sparking a conversation. And I would just encourage people to read this letter if they're thinking of running for council.
I just like that there are some suggestions that they're thinking about in the letter. Starting our own credit union, not one of them, because we have a wonderful credit union who supports our community and has supported us through this time. Food security, for 12 years, my wife has been on the board of the Ottawa Valley Food Co-op, and it's doing a darn good job of promoting and making sure that farmers in this community take home more of our food budget. So we've done some real good things. There's more to be done, absolutely. Thank you.
Want to close?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna move to our closed session to deal with some. I have a motion to read.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Drive safe home.
Thanks.
Resolution dated the 16th day of June, 2026, moved by Tracy. That committee proceed in closed session in accordance with the Municipal Act 2001, Section 239.2, to deal with the matters as indicated below, personal matters about an identifiable individual. All in favor?
day of June 2026, that the committee moves out of closed session at
3:58.
15:58.
Well, my computer says 4.
Oh, so does mine.
And moved by,
Meredith.
all in favor? Thank you very much.
Hey, Johns.
What?
Grab me Johns.
All done.
So Meredith moved to close, we moved to adjourn.
Meredith. She was closed.
Adjourn?
Well, do we have
We
to adjourn
didn't-
before we close?
Well, we have to adjourn after we close. We're back out into open now.
No,
Okay,
we're turning out.
Now we have to adjourn.
okay. So what I said.
I'm
Yeah.
adjourned.
What? I saw Meredith put her hand up.
Unless Meredith